Putting things off is the biggest waste of life. It snatches away each day as it comes and denies us the present by promising the future. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. You are arranging what lies in fortune's control and abandoning what lies in yours. There are worse things than being alone, but it often takes decades to realize this, and most often when you do it's too late, and there's nothing worse than too late. Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. Don't carry your mistakes around with you. Instead, place them under your feet and use them as stepping stones to rise above them. To live life, you need problems. If you get what you want the minute you want it, then what's the point of living? Trust is easy to build, but can be shattered in seconds. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world, I know, because I've done it thousands of times. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. You are capable of amazing things. Patience is your ally. Contentment is not the fulfillment of what you want, but the realization of how much you already have. Your heart will tell you where to go. Your head will guide you there safely. Hard times may have held you down, but they will not last forever. When all is said and done, you will be increased. Not everybody who speaks in a pleasant way to you is your friend. Don't let people know too much about you. Most people don't care, and some secretly want you to fail. Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Don't make a person the center of all your happiness. The world stands aside to let anyone pass who knows where he is going. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Sometimes you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy. If you find it difficult, just make a choice and don't look back. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. The real mistake is to stop trying. The only one who will truly thank you is you in the future. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Putting off until tomorrow is your weakness. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. The older you are, the harder it is to change. Be brave to stand for what you believe in, even if you stand alone. Just because your path is different from others doesn't mean you're lost. Don't like everybody, so don't worry about everybody liking you. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. Our pleasures are shallow, our sorrows are deep. Do not cling to any one person, not even your most beloved. Everything outside of this moment is just imagination. The great courageous act that we must all do is to have the courage to step out of our history and past so that we can live our dreams. Nothing in life that is worth having comes easy. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. One day, all those late nights and early mornings will pay off. Accept what you can't change. Change what you can't accept. Small deeds done are better than great deeds planned. Listen carefully, son, and remember this. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, but all are necessary for the full story. Actions speak louder than words. Where you are in a few months depends on what you do today. We cannot change the past. We can only take action in the present and therefore change the future. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Resilience is when you address uncertainty with flexibility. The error is the result of letting fear rule your actions. Mental weakness stems from too much comfort. Only you have the power to determine whether your future mimics your past. We have nothing to do but to receive, resting absolutely upon the merit, power, and love of our Redeemer. If you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. You stop explaining yourself when you realize people only understand from their level of perception. Get rid of the desire to have. To recognize your insignificance is empowering. Everyone saves someone at least once, just as he kills someone at least once, even though he may not know it. Maintain eye contact for confidence. When talking to people, look them in the eye and on the face. This will make you more confident in front of others. Never marry a woman who has had many men. A bad wife is defined by one sign. She sees her husband not as a partner to cherish, but as an adversary to conquer. He who has injured thee was either stronger or weaker than thee. If weaker, spare him. If stronger, spare thyself. You won't always be able to help someone change for the better. If you keep trying, there will come a day when you decide you can't do it anymore, and they clearly don't want to change. We are forlorn like children and experienced like old men. We are crude and sorrowful and superficial. No one cares except family. Your tomorrow may be way different from your today if you try. Everyone who wants to know what will happen ought to examine what has happened. Everything in this world in any epoch has its replicas in antiquity. Only when the last tree has been cut down, the last fish caught, and the last stream poisoned will we realize we cannot eat money. One always has enough time if one applies it well. Who dares nothing, need hope for nothing. The responsibility is all mine. No one can stop me from being honest or straightforward. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. We know what we are, but know not what we may become. The future belongs to the competent. Get good, get better, be the best. There comes a moment in your life when you have to choose to turn the page, write another book, or simply close it. Be happy on your own. Don't seek out someone else to validate your existence. Life is too short to waste your time on people who don't respect, appreciate, and value you. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. You must live in the present, launch yourself on every wave, and find your eternity in each moment. If there's a single lesson that life teaches us, it's that wishing doesn't make it so. Time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time is like saying, I don't want to. You do not find a happy life, you make it. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. The less you need, the better you feel. Be valuable, not available. You become what you understand. Wanting something is not enough. You must hunger for it. Your motivation must be absolutely compelling in order to overcome the obstacles that will invariably come your way. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return. Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. If you love something so much, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be. If it doesn't, it never was. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Make improvements, not excuses. Seek respect, not attention. Forgiving doesn't make the person who hurt you feel better, it makes you feel better. Don't just love yourself. Have respect for yourself. If you don't, other people will have no problems walking all over you. You cannot have everything. You always exchange something for something. Lower your expectations. Having high expectations of yourself and of others is a recipe for chronic dissatisfaction in life. If the path is beautiful, let us not ask where it leads. No gains without pains. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. If you find yourself repeatedly questioning whether or not something is right for you, the answer is usually no. You must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Ingratitude is a kind of weakness. Outstanding people are never ungrateful. Love isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. If the path is beautiful, let us not ask where it leads. It's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. Sometimes you find yourself in the middle of chaos, and sometimes in the middle of chaos you find yourself. Maybe you are not healing because you're trying to be who you were before. That person doesn't exist anymore because there's a new you trying to be born. Breathe life into that person. The only disability in life is a bad attitude. Diseases that come from overwork are cured by rest, and those that come from idleness are cured by work. So far, you've survived 100% of your bad days. This too shall pass. Become a ghost. Forget attention. Just grow in private. If you're going to apologize, don't say but after. Either you mean it or you don't. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning, and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. The most massive characters are seared with scars. Honesty without kindness is brutality. Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. Some people are like clouds. When they disappear, it's a beautiful day. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. Once you realize you deserve a bright future, letting go of your dark past is the best choice you'll ever make. Love means standing by each other's side through thick and thin. To understand a person's character, don't just look at their action. Observe their reaction. It is harder to fake a reaction. There is more honor in accumulating little by little than in reaching for the sky and ending up flat on your face. People don't resist change. They resist being changed. Wherever there is a crowd, there is untruth. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. If you've never questioned whether or not you made the right decision, you haven't taken big enough risks. Our life always expresses the result of our dominant thoughts. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Boredom is the root of all evil, the despairing refusal to be oneself. What if laughter were really tears? Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Your comfort zone will destroy your dreams. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. Not to assume it's impossible because you find it hard, but to recognize that if it's humanly possible, you can do it too. Judge your success by what you had to give up in order to get it. People often confuse press with responsibility. In this life, you don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself. You won't forget some bad things. You just stop caring until that happens. Don't stress too much about it. Never share your problem with friends before finding a solution, no matter how challenging it is. Do not chase after happiness. It is always in you. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.